Hello, people of YouTube. Blimey, it's been a while since I've said that. I know it's one of Rob's favourite catchphrases because he always says it to me every time we bloody speak. But yeah, anyway, I'm doing a bit of a live stream today, as people might notice. I don't know. I thought I've actually broken my phone. My phone is actually knackered at the moment. It works, but like the middle of the screen doesn't touch, so I can't actually open any messages. Can't do anything at the moment. So yeah, currently waiting for my insurance people to honor it all and stuff like that. I need to send off for proof of insurance and stuff like that. So that's a bit of a pain. So that's why I'm doing it like this. Also, I've also done like probably 2 or 3 videos before this where I've just not even uploaded it. I've kind of been getting a bit out of YouTube a little bit at the moment. So yeah, I thought I'd just do it live, and then I've got no reason to just delete it. It's just there and ready to go. So yeah, hi Connor. Just to say thanks for the gift that you sent me the other day. I will be doing a video on that soon. And Retro Kit, John, and Goodwin's Place. Hiya, how are you doing? Oh yes, so my phone has been broken for a while. Yeah, as Goodwin's just said. But it's the fact that it doesn't actually touch in the middle. It's actually completely given up the ghost. So yeah, hope everyone's doing okay. And yeah, let's get into some pickups because that's what we're all here for, isn't it? So yeah, the other day I went up to see Retro Kit, Retro Bear, and Planet Retro, all the 3 retros. I went to see them, and we went around Birmingham sort of area just to pick up some games and say hello to everyone. But that was probably about a month ago now. But the thing is, I left some of my pickups actually in Big Game Miles' car, and I only just got them back this weekend. So yeah, I thought I'd just go through what I actually picked up. So first up, we went to Vintage Gamer in Halesowen, I think it is. So yeah, I'll go through the pickups from there. So yeah, that guy is absolutely fantastic. Great at haggling. He actually was discussing with us before we bought the games how much he likes his haggling and stuff like that. So obviously it would be rude not to do a bit of haggling while we're buying some stuff. So I got myself a big pile, and all that time I was picking something up and it would say, well, I'll show you first. So one of the first games I picked up was Warcraft 2. Now I actually thought this was a different game. I'm absolutely stupid, completely stupid. So he had 20 quid on this, and straight away he just opened it up and was like, the manual's not in very good condition. How's a tenner? Dropped it in half straight away. So yeah, great pickup there. Yeah, I thought this was Diablo, which is one I've really been looking forward to getting. I kind of wanted this on the Sega Saturn, but I'm enjoying my PlayStation 1 collecting at the moment, so it's still a great pickup. So yeah, picked this up, and then I got a stack of 3 games. Now, one of these games was a recommendation from Retro Red Steve. But first, we're going to be showing Black Belt. Now, I always dismissed this as some crappy sort of like, I don't know, Master System, no name kind of game. But it actually turns out that this is Fist of the North Star. So you can actually play this on the Fist of the North Star PlayStation 4 game. And I was actually playing it quite a bit, actually, when I played that game, a few months ago now. So yeah, I saw this in his collection of Master System stuff. He's got absolutely like a shitload of Master System. So yeah, I picked this up, put this in my stack, and yes, Retro Red Steve, good timing. So yeah, we've got Submarine Attack. That again, I dismissed as some crappy game, but Retro Red Steve picked it up. And not only that, but Goodwin's Place, Craig, he actually played this on one of his videos after, I think it was, again, Retro Red Steve's recommendation. So yeah, this was like one of the games I had to like pick up when I was there. Yeah, so it kind of, I suppose it's like a precursor to In the Hunt. It's sort of like a submarine shooter, like shmup. So yeah, really looking forward to playing this. Yeah, so really happy to get this. And probably the pick of the bunch, really, but it's not like none of these were expensive or anything. And it was Aerial Assault. So yeah, I don't think this one's got the manual in it. But I mean, for the price he did all this for, I mean, he I picked these up and he just said 20 quid for these because none of them have prices on, which is a bit of a shame sometimes when you're trying to like collect on a budget. You kind of want to see the prices before you put them to the shelf. But I mean, he looks after you, he really does. So that was 20 quid. And next up, we have got, well, it's not retro, but it kind of is. I suppose it is retro now. We've got a DS game, and that one is Dragon's Quest VI, Realms of the Reverie. Now, I noticed Tootie picked this up recently from his charity shop for 2 quid, but this is actually one of these games that seems to be going up and up in price, and I'm so good I didn't pick it up for, I think it was like 7 quid once upon a time. But this finishes off a little subset. So this is the last Dragon Quest main series, mainline game that I needed for the DS. So yeah, I think I've seen this sell for like 40, 50 quid. But yeah, he did this for 30 quid, and he knocked, when we was doing our bit of haggling, he knocked a whole 7 quid on top of everything that he knocked off before. So yeah, definitely recommend going over to Vintage Gamer if you're in the area. So let's see what everyone's saying. So yeah, Retro Red Steve is already approved of the Aerial Assault, which is good. So yeah, what else are we having a look at? So oh yeah, I should be pressing a show. Aerial Assault. I'm new to this. I'm not a pro like Planet Retro. So let's have a look. Good timing. Good timing. Another Retro Red Steve one. Right. So next up, from that same weekend, we went over to, where did we go to? What was it called? Was it Entertainment World? I think it was Entertainment World. So yeah, it was like the other side of Birmingham from Halesowen. And I picked up a few things. Oh, hang on, that wasn't a pickup from there. And yeah, so I picked up a couple of PlayStation 2 games, and I think he did these 2 games for a £5. So we've got a Debo. What's it called? Paziril Secret. So yeah, it's got 50p on it. I know this is quite a tricky one to find on the PlayStation 2, like the sequel to this. So I kind of picked this up just for that same reason. So yeah, probably a shit game, but for 50p, how can you go wrong? And one that's always intrigued me, and that was Driver's Dream. So yeah, Entertainment World, I don't know what it was that day. I think we went in the right day, because as you can see, he's got 9 quid on here, and he did both of these for a £5. And for Big Game Al, as you'll see, I can't remember how many pickup videos ago it was, but he had a big stack of them, and he just randomly said a really cheap price. So yeah, we did really well from there. So yeah, all complete and everything. I forgot to show that. And for Mark, if he watches this, we've got SLES 1535, and we have got SLES 4108. So 2 games that you don't need on your PlayStation 1 collection. And the big thing, the big game that I was really pleased to get, and I opened up a cabinet that had like just random like Japanese stuff in there. Like he had Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, and it had a couple of PC Engine games. And the one I picked up was Jim Powers. And when I picked this up, I was so ecstatic. I was just like, I couldn't even believe I saw it. And when I saw the price of it, it said 30 quid on it. And I know this game goes usually between 90 to 100 quid. So I was like, proper like buzzing for that one. But yes, this is I know this as an Amiga game, but it also came out in America on the Super Nintendo. And if you know a little bit about this game, it's sort of like a platforming game. Really great music. Great. In fact, everything about it is really good, but there's something about it that's a bit shit. A bit shit, I've got to say. But yeah, I've not even got it in there because I've been playing it. But the worst bit on like I think the Amiga and the Super Nintendo is the parallax scrolling. It just like it's one-to-one moving, so it makes your eyes like go really funny. So when you play this one, there's no parallax scrolling, so it's actually quite playable. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to play this on your PC Engine, I really recommend getting this one. So yeah, I've really been having a lot of fun with that one actually. So yeah, I'm drinking my wine. Not only am I doing a live stream, I'm copying Al by having some wine, but I'm having it in a flipping Duval beer glass because not sophisticated enough to have wine glasses in my house. Oh yeah, so when I picked up that game, as RetroKit mentioned, I squealed a little bit. I really did. So yeah, that was quite funny. Brilliant scrolling on the Amiga. As Adam obviously can attest to that. Yeah, brilliant scrolling, but it's a bit too much, don't you think? I think so. Yeah. So Cybersnake, you like your PC Engine stuff. What do you think to this one? Have you played this one yet? I know you've got rid of it all, but hopefully you might have given it a go at one point. So yeah, so that was all my pickups from the stores and everything. But oh, well, hang on a second. I've just found this as well. So while I was at Vintage Gamer, I picked this up and I was like, this is pretty cool. And he just basically said you can have it. Well, he did say I could have it. So I think what this is, it's from the Skylink Star Fox game. So this is just a nice little thing just to pop up in the game room. So yeah. Anyway, Distracted. Yeah. So yeah, after that, we went over to who did we go to? John's house, and he had a couple of things for me. So, well, he had one thing for me, and then I kind of like pried something else from his hand. And yeah, so I was looking through his PlayStation 1 collection video, and he had a couple of copies of this. So it was like a double that he had. So yeah, really pleased to get Johnny Bazooka Tone. It's a really funky looking platformer on the PlayStation 1, and it's one of them games that's got one of these flipping manuals that you can actually probably kill someone with. So yeah, awesome. So yeah, really pleased to get that added to the collection, especially as a gift. And I've added as well a nice little LCD game, because where we got behind me, got loads of them behind me. So this is one I didn't have. Again, this was another one of his doubles, so really pleased to get that. So cheers for that, John. Buzzing for that. So yeah, so that's all the stuff from back there. So what shall we do? Next up, in between, Car Booty Man. So I'm going to have a bit of a sip of this. Now, I don't think I've got everything from the Car Booty Man out. I was trying to go for everything, trying to think what I've shown and what I've not shown, because I've done these videos a couple of times. I'm like, I don't know where I am, to be honest. So yeah, first of all, I'll show the big thing that I got from the Car Booty Man. The big thing, and that is, I've just opened it up. The PC Engine suitcase. So yeah, from my Car Boot, I got a PC Engine suitcase, and it comes with the core graphics, which I don't actually have the core graphics. I have like the PAL version of the white one. So it doesn't come with any cables. That was the only problem. So I picked this up in the hope that it's going to work. I believe these work a little bit better, like a bit more reliable than the Turbo Duo. So that's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, he also had the Crix Turbo Everdrive in there, or whatever you want to call it. And I sent that to Big Game Al. I also picked up from him the Hori Fighting Commander. And actually, where have I put it? I'll put it in one of these drawers. No, I haven't. I forgot to mention as well, I actually got the 6-button controller for the PC Engine as well. So probably got about 2 games that I can play that on. But yeah, right, let's have a look what people are saying about that. So Adam, definitely recommend getting a PC Engine, even if it's just a non-CD one. Just get one of them and a Turbo Everdrive. You can get like a copy one of them for about 50 quid. Definitely recommend doing that. Better than getting the mini one, because you can play it on an LCD TV. And that's the best thing about it. Right, so also for the Car Booty Man, we have got a couple of PC Engine games. So he actually gave me this, with this PC Engine, he gave me all this stack here. And it's just basically RPGs and everything, stuff that I'll never be able to use. And in that stack, there was a couple of other games that are actually quite playable. So we've got Dungeon Explorer 2, which the original one plays like Gauntlet. So you can, I think you can even have like 5 players on it. It's crazy. And I'm assuming this one's the same, but I'm assuming it probably got a few more RPG elements along with it. So yeah, really looking forward to playing that one. This is one I actually wouldn't mind it anyway. So that's a great find, and one that when I actually did the video last time, I didn't know anything about any of them games. And when I looked through the videos and everything, I found this one, and I just assumed this was going to be some kind of like RPG or something. And it's sort of like a top-down sort of like shooter, maybe. Quite interesting. Yeah, it's not a cheap game like the rest of them, because these were just thrown in for free, basically. I think you probably get this for about 30-40 quid. But yeah, it looks quite an interesting game, like a sort of like maybe top-down Commando style, but very like a cute and up version of Commando. So yeah. And oh, Retro Reclaim is here. How you doing, Kieran? Been a while since I've seen you. So yeah, cool. Hang on, what's Adam say then? Notice your Star Wars bed sheets. They're actually curtains. They're not bed sheets. I got them for my windows here, but the windows are just too long for them. So unfortunately, they're just relegated to back here at the moment. So another one, I got a PAL game, a PAL PlayStation 1 game, and I actually thought this was going to be some kind of crap, but it's Road Rage for the PlayStation 1. So that's the guy's shop from back in the day. So he was selling it for, okay, if you can see, $39.99 back in the day, and that was the address where it was. So yeah, that was the Car Beauty Man's original sticker, which is quite cool to see. So yeah, all nice and complete and everything. It's a Konami game. And yeah, I was speaking to Craig's here again about this, and he actually says this is like a really good game. So what this looks like is sort of like a futuristic version of Ridge Racer. The cars actually hover rather than actually have wheels and everything like that. So yeah, really cool one. I didn't really know much. It's just picked up on a whim. So yeah, that was a nice one to get. Now, this is the big stuff from the Car Beauty Man, so I'm going to have a couple of sips of this. All right, Rob. Yes, Rob, sorry. Rob's off to work. I was kind of hoping to do this live stream as well, just to let you know that I've actually got back okay, because over the Monday to Wednesday, I was actually over at Rob's, which he lives all the way down south, and I live all the way up north. So yeah, when I got back, that was when my phone actually just stopped working. So yes, Rob, I'm back, just in case you was worrying or anything. So yeah, right. So the big hitters. Now this is a bit of a shame. In fact, I'm going to bring one out before that. So I forgot to show this one, and these are both in the same boat. They're pretty good games, but they've both got one problem. So we've got Outrun on the Sega Saturn, which is really cool. I actually was picking this up for another YouTuber. Because it's one game I wouldn't mind, but I don't want to pay the money for it because I've already got it on the PAL version on the triple. But the problem is it's got a spine card, but there's no disc. So this was given to me for free from the Car Beauty Man. If he ever finds a disc, I'm going to be buying it from him, and then I'll be putting them together. But for now, what I'm thinking about doing is just putting like a CDR in here, and then it's just I can play the CDR games, and it's just got a nice little cover for it, an official cover. So we're halfway there to get a decent copy of Outrun. So yeah, so this is the best version to get, supposedly, the Japanese version of Outrun on the Sega Saturn. I think that's the closest to the arcade that you can actually play, other than obviously modern times. Now this is the ultimate shame. So we've got Mega CD, the Terminator. Now before, like, it's only just recently, probably the last year, that I realized this is quite a big hitter. I thought it was just like the Mega Drive game, where it was just like quite a common game to get, really. I don't collect Mega CD games for myself, but yeah, so this is got the manual and everything, but no game inside. So yeah, big shame there. Like, I don't know what to do with this one, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up on eBay, put this for sale. I don't know even what price to even put it up for. I've seen someone, the only one at the time I looked last, I think one sold for like 200 quid and one's on eBay at 250 quid, all complete. So what this is worth, I don't even know, really, because how am I going to find a disc to put with it? That's crazy. So yeah, I've got an empty copy of that. And a game I forgot to bring down. Now this is the best thing that I found from the car boot mag, because I never even knew about this before. It's not complete. It's got the slip cover missing. I think there was like a random piece of card which is quite easy lost, and it is a special edition of Akuma Dracula X, or Rondo of Blood, for the PC Engine. So if you can see inside, it's actually got 2 discs. It's got like a load of extras. So what this is a sort of it's not a repro. It's a sort of a re-release, an official re-release about 20 years after it actually got released initially, and it's got the original version of it, and it's actually got a translated version. So I think what they did is they used the PSP version to get like the translation, and then they put it like together onto this. So this for me would be the best way to play Rondo of Blood, because I can play it on the original system it's supposed to be played on and translated, so I'm going to be able to actually understand it. But it's got so many like cool little extras, like this little bookmark and everything like that. And everything like that. So yeah, I can't find one on eBay. I can't find a price for what it was worth or anything. There is, I think initially when you buy it, you can get an energy drink with sort of like the artwork from Rondo with Blood, which is sort of like this, right, wrapped around the can. And there is an even more special edition that this comes in like a tomb or something like this. So yeah, really pleased to get this, because Castlevania is one of my favorite franchises. So that is absolutely the pick of the bunch. So yeah, so that was my stuff from stores and the car boot. And then this weekend just gone, on Saturday, I went to, oh, this is a bit of a shame. I went to Craig's place, Craig's Here Again's place, and we raided his banana boxes. I thought I actually picked up a banana box, but it's just an indescript box. I think this is the only box that's like this. I wanted a famous banana box for my collection, but never mind. But yeah, so what I've probably not mentioned earlier is there's actually going to be a big change in my collection. I've actually made a big start on changing what I'm doing collecting wise. I'm getting rid of a big collection, and then I'm going to be concentrating on like Japanese and PlayStation 1 stuff that I'm actually really enjoying to collect for at the moment. Whereas like the well, there we go, I've already said it, the 360 is going. The Xbox 360 stuff is all going. There's a couple of people that's on this chat that have already picked up quite a lot of the heavy hitters. And then I'm going to be I'm hoping to maybe get everything gone in one go, because I'm already starting to pick out stuff that I want to keep. I'm keeping all the shooters and everything like that, because obviously that's the best way to play them. But yeah, that's all helping pay for all this stuff. And yeah, so I went to Craig's place, and people think that he's sold up. He really hasn't. He has still got so much stuff. I was there for nearly 3 hours, and we only made a dent on it. So I'm going to be going back again. But yeah, what I did get was quite cool. So I got obviously some very random stuff that you wouldn't see at a normal shop or anything like that, because it's Craig. Craig just picks up everything. He's like the original retro gamer magpie. So yeah, he is slowly selling up, but he's not sold up at the moment. So, right, what should we get? Right, we'll get the big item out of the way first. The most random out of everything. And it's this controller. So we've got the PlayStation Taito controller. So this is a Japanese only release. Danster's here. How are you doing, Danester? It's been a while. So yeah, no worries. £9 to you. £9. You can have it all. Oh, and Harry Atomic, how you doing, mate? Are you looking to buy it all, or because I know Harry Atomic, he's actually started a store himself, another big 360 collector. Put the name of your store down here. I can't remember what it's called. It's some kind of Japanese sounding name, but yeah, put your name of your store down there, and people can go and check you out. But yeah, so this controller, this actually well, it's like I say, it's Japanese only, but it only works for one game, and it actually got ported over to UK. And this is Power Diggers. Now, I actually picked this up ages ago, and Craig was going to me, "You need this game. You need this controller to go with this game." Is not be bugging me, but he keeps mentioning it to me, and it's like, well, I finally got it. And this isn't a cheap controller for it to say it only works for one game. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that might be why and everything. But yeah, it plays with this game here, and this basically it's a JCB digging game, but it's like an arcade style one, so it's like a bit like fast paced and everything like that. So like I say, this wasn't from Craig, it was just the controller, and yeah, now I can play that game properly, or probably just put it on a shelf and it can collect dust. So yes, that's the store, Puka Games it is. So yeah, I think you do it on eBay as well, but obviously I think you prefer everyone to go to his website. So I think it's just like pukagames.com maybe. But yeah, what I'll do is later on I'll actually put a link to your website down below, Harry. So, or Kieran as it is, even though it says Harry. But yeah, so what we're going to go for next, some more randomness. So I actually went to Arcade Club after I picked all this stuff, and I met up with who did I meet up with? Quinny Tendo. And I showed him this, and he absolutely went wild. And I didn't know what this was. I just thought this was just sort of some crazy Mario figure, but it's actually a shampoo ball. And he knew exactly what it was. So yeah, it's not got any shampoo in it, but it does smell nice. It does smells nice still. So yeah, it was quite funny when I was going through all of his boxes and stuff, because he's got statues and like figures and everything all over the place, and I was going, I won't really want to get any of the Mario stuff or anything, because it just gets too much and you see the same stuff all the time. And then he opened the next box, like literally the next box, and I saw this and I was like, I need that. So yeah, this is from 1992. So yeah, it's an older shampoo bottle. I think he was probably using that then. I think this is his older shampoo. So yeah, cheers for letting me look after this and put it on my shelves. So yeah. I always remember the Sonic one. I used to have that one. I think that was by Matey, but I can't remember the Mario one at all. So yeah, what else have we got? Next up, so yeah, we've got a lot of PlayStation 1 stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting rid of all my Xbox 360 stuff, and I've got a bloody Xbox game. I'm actually enjoying collecting for the Xbox at the moment. There's a lot of games that I didn't even know about. So this is what sold it to me was the American McGee, and I don't know if it's a person or a company. I'm not really too sure, but they did the Alice in Wonderland game for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. So I really enjoyed that, so I'm assuming this is going to be a good game. I don't know if anyone's actually ever played it, but yeah, really cool. Like obviously nice and complete and everything. So yeah, that was just added to my collection as a bit of an interest. So who's going? Craig. Which Craig? See you later, Craig. Oh, how you doing, Ross? So this Ghostbusters Slider Bubble Bath. What's that one? Oh, is that the ones with the where you actually play a game? They were pretty cool. They were cool. Right. So next up, obviously, I've got a PC Engine game. We didn't even get to his Japanese stuff, but there was just like little bits of stuff knocking about, and then I picked this up. So this is like a Capcom fighting game, a bit like Streets of Rage and everything like that, but obviously set in like sort of like the Dynasty era. So it's like a lot of horseback and swords and samurais and stuff like this. It's actually made by Capcom. Not that you would actually know, but it does say it there. I have been looking for the sequel to this on the Sega Saturn. So yeah, Craig did me a fantastic price. Well, everything that Craig does is always a good price. So yeah, so this one's a nice one to add to the collection and see what it plays like. And randomly, I got a PSP game. Like I say, he's just got such a very varied amount of stuff. I like them pixelated boobas just underneath there. That's what sold it to me. I actually think I paid more for this than I could have got it from eBay, but it all works out cheaper in the end. And yeah, he does too good at deals. He does too good at deals. So yeah, this is the first stack of PlayStation 1 games. First up is a Japanese one. As I say, not many of Japanese games, but he did put this to the side for me. So what this is Tatsunoko Fight for the PlayStation. It only came out in Japan. So this is sort of like Speed Racer and all the Tatsunoko characters, because I think Tatsunoko is a brand. So it's got like, I think it's Ultraman, Speed Racer, and some of the other ones, all of them like sort of like a 2D brawler. So like really looking forward to giving this a go. Really enjoying like these 2D fighters I always put myself off them for the longest time because basically I know I'm no good at them. But do you know what? Sometimes just playing a couple of like rounds on your own against the computer, and if you've got a good one where it's like really flashy and really colourful, it's really good fun time. So yeah, this is one to add to the collection. I don't think it's an expensive game. At least I didn't get it for a lot of money. So yeah, what have we got here? Actually, we got this is probably got the best game right at the bottom there. So we'll go for this stack. A couple of racers here. Craig gave me these. He also gave a couple for Dylan as well. So this one sort of plays like a top-down sort of like racer. A bit like Super Drift Out or Neo Drift Out on the Neo Geo. And then another one, I'm not too sure about this one, Cinematic Racing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure about. But yeah, we've got some really good PlayStation 1 games now. First up, we've got Rescue Shot. This is a Namco light gun game. So I think this is really designed for kids. This is supposed to be like the one for the younger generation, which I suppose is the reason why it probably didn't sell as well as the others. Oh, broken spindles there, Craig. Don't worry about that. I've got some spare boxes. Oh dear. Oh dear. Can't get it back in. It's all falling apart, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, I say the best. I was saving the best to last, but I don't know. This is also quite a good one. Skull Monkeys. So yeah, this is one I've been really wanting for a long time, and it seems to be like because I can remember when I first saw it, it was like about 20 quid, and it's been rising up and rising up. So yeah, Craig obviously did me a great deal on this. It's by EA, but yeah, so if you know much about this franchise, it's sort of like all claymation. So in Japan it's called like the Claymen. I think it's like the Neverhood, which is sort of like the series or something. So you got Skull Monkeys, and then I'm trying to think I think Neverhood is the sequel to this, or maybe the prequel, and that's a point and click game, but this is a platformer. And then there's another one, and it's called Amikrog. It's a really weird name anyway, but that got released about 10 years ago on the PC, and again that was another point and click game. But yeah, really cool game. Again, one I've really been looking forward to, and unfortunately this just misses Mark Burnt Out Culture's 1000, but I do think you need this in your collection, mate. I forgot to show this one. This one is 2,569, so you don't need that one, Mark. Don't worry about this one. So a cheapie that just looked very interesting. Infestation. So it's just sort of like another PlayStation 1 racer, which again, I'm really enjoying these quite a lot recently. This is number 1870. So we're doing the bingo. I hope everyone's got the cards at the ready. I forgot to mention it at the start. But yeah, it's PlayStation 1 bingo. So cheers, guys. Let's see what's going on. So, oh, missed that one. So Connor mentions it's a good game as well. So that's good to hear. There we go. Yeah, exactly. It's all Mark's fault, this. All Mark's fault. But yeah, it's kind of fun. And one for, what's his name? Mr. Plays Baddie. What's his name? I can't remember, but he loves all of these Judge Dredd games. Judge Dredd, the person who designs all this stuff. But yeah, this is one I don't really know about. I think it's another light gun game, but I do know that this is quite the hard one to find with this cover. Usually you find the one with like, is it like the gremlin yellow stuff on the edges? So it's really cool to get in like the original artwork, the way it should be. Like, and again, another absolutely beast of a manual. I'm not sure why you need all that just to shoot things at the screen. So yeah, really cool to get. What number have we got? One for Mark, but actually one for him. So we've got 755. So yeah, that's a cool one to get. So we're nearly halfway through. And I don't know much about this, but the cover just sold it to me, and it's Dreams for the PlayStation 1. Now I know there's a Dreams for the PlayStation 4, so I don't think it's that game. In fact, I've not even done any research about this, and Craig actually put this to the side for me like about a month or two ago. But yeah, I just like these like really strange games, all nice and complete and everything like that. Obviously, I mean, Craig, this stuff's been in Craig's collection for like 20 years or something stupid. So one for Mark, number 714. So has anyone got bingo yet? Has anyone got bingo? Dave, retro games play badly. You know me, I'm just Mr. Forgetful, so I forget everything. I forget my own name if I could. Well, yeah, I'm not quite sure about that one. But yeah, so this is another subset complete here. So there's a game that's called CT Special Forces, and it's basically a poor man's Contra. It's like a really slow but more tactical version of Contra. And this game, even though it doesn't say it, this is the second one. So I've got 1 and 3, and now I've got Elite Squad, which is actually CT Special Forces 2. And it's again another one that Mark can avoid because it's number 4123. So I'm assuming this is quite a late release one. So yeah, it's quite an interesting game. Well, so the third one must have come out really late. Yeah, I played the first one. I was massively disappointed with it. It wasn't very good. I've got to say, it was a bit shit, to be honest. So I don't know if it gets any better the further along it goes in the series, but yeah. So Dainster, what's that? You sold it? Sold Big Mike that CT Special for what? This one exactly, or the first and third one? So yeah, cool looking cover as well. I like this actual drawn artwork. It's not sort of like 3D like some of the budget games usually are. So yeah, what we've got 3 left, and then we've got the really cool stuff. So a Psygnosis game. I actually didn't even know it was a Psygnosis game until I've just looked at it just now. But it's another one of the black case ones, and it's called Riot. So I guess this is sort of like, maybe is this a sequel to Speedball? Maybe, I don't know. It sort of just looks like a futuristic sports game. I just got it because it looked interesting, and I think it probably, I don't even know how much it cost me, probably about a $5. Knowing Craig, I don't know, because we just did a bundle deal for everything. But yeah, I just thought this looked really intriguing, and it's one for Mark as well, number 472, and one that I didn't even know what it was. I couldn't even read what it was. I just read the title of it, and it says True 3D Fighting Environment, and then I saw the actual name of it through the spine, and I was like, I know exactly what that is. And it's War Gods. So this has got a flipping terrible box art. This is really bad. It's by Midway. So what I believe this is a test run to make, is it Mortal Kombat 4 or one of the Mortal Kombat games anyway, where they turned it from 2D to 3D, and it was just seeing if they could make it work. Now, after making this game, they should have really just given up and just gone back to 2D, because this game is, I believe, is absolutely shit. It is really terrible. They didn't do a very good job of it. It's got all the fatalities. Well, not all of the same fatalities or anything, but it's got like sort of like everything that you'd expect from Mortal Kombat, but just without the characters. So yeah, I don't know what made them think that making a 3D Mortal Kombat after making this game was a good idea, but they did it anyway. And so I picked it up just for a bit of curiosity, really. So it's number 538. So unfortunately, Mark's going to need to find that. And yeah, right. So sit for the last one. Let's see what we all saying. Ah, I think he has to. Yeah, Dunk. Go for the Neo Geo next, Al. Neo Geo full set. Go for it. What's wrong with the disc games? Some of the disc games have got some of the best gameplay on them. I don't know what's wrong with them. Is this better for you? Is that, well, actually, no, all of that's disc. In fact, all my cartridge stuff is there. There's only a small amount of cartridge stuff. I've only got one bookcase of carts. So sorry about that, mate. But yeah, yeah, some of these are good games. Unfortunately, the next one I'm going to show you is not, but it's come from a cartridge game. So originally this came out on the NES. Let's hide that. Let's hide that. Originally for the NES, and then I think there was a Mega Drive sequel, and then I think this one might be the third one, and that is Blaster Master, Blasting a Game. So this is the big hitter of the bunch. So yeah, really pleased to get this. It was one I never really thought I'd actually get, because you don't see it pop up that often, and when it does, it doesn't go for like particularly a lot of money. I think I see it go for about 50 quid or something. It's just finding it. So yeah, again, they turned Blaster Master into a 3D game, and PlayStation 1 wasn't ready for that. It just every game was going 3D, and I was probably in the same boat as a lot of people. I was just dismissing all the 2D games as old and everything like that, and that's kind of why probably a lot of PAL games were like this, and a lot of Japanese games were all 2D and everything. So yeah. Another average game, but one I really want to play, and it's a great one for the collection. One that Mark doesn't need to really get, really. It's number 2273. You have 2273. Has anyone actually played this game? Is it as bad as people say it is? So, I don't know. No hit squads. No one's going to be doing hit squads nowadays. I swear, in about a year or two, when all the big heavy hitter people have been spending a lot of money on like some of these games, all the hit squads will be worth about $5 each, even them rare ones. That's what I'm saying. Right, so yeah, the best stuff that I got from Craig, and it was something that I would never have expected me to have got in and picked up, to be honest. It's not a game, it's a collection of figures, and I've said I've got no room for anything like this. Even if I'm selling my 360 stuff, I've really not got room for it. But here it is. Here it is. I've got it. Got it. What could I have got? So it's a franchise I absolutely love, and because I saw it, I had to pick it up. And it is. I don't know how old these are. They're not massively old. They're by NECA, and we have got some Castlevania figures. These are absolutely amazing. So again, one of my favorite franchises. I've got like flipping Castlevania inspired tattoos all over me. I've actually got Simon tattooed to me, and yeah, fucking love these things. They're all sealed, so these will be just going straight on. I was expecting to put them here. I thought I might put them here, but they cover up too many games. So I don't know how I'm going to actually put them. I might put them here. I don't know. I might. There is places. Once a 360 set actually goes, there'll be places for these, I think. I'm hoping so anyway. But yeah, so that's these two. And then we've got these two. So we've got the Succubus. Is it the Succubus? And we have got Alucard himself. So yeah, so Craig wasn't sure about selling him. I was like, dude, don't worry about it. I'm not trying to take anything away. And he was like, no, you can have him. He said, the only thing is, I'm a bit sad to see this one go. So he's sad to see the Succubus go. Yeah. Looking at Craig's statues, I can see why, yeah. So yeah, really pleased to get these. Like, these go for a lot of money, and Craig did them for an absolute, well, there was still a lot of money. These cost like half the same as all of them games, pretty much. But he still did me a fantastic deal on these. So yeah, I don't know where I'm putting these, but I'll find somewhere because they need to be in pride of place. They need to be somewhere really good. So yeah, that is your lot, guys. So we're 45 minutes in. I actually, the day after I went there, I went to my Car Bootman's lockup, and I actually got one of my PlayStation 1 Holy Grails, like personal Holy Grails. It's not like the best PlayStation 1 game, but for me it is. It's the one that I've been looking out for the most. Has Craig still got the Blanca statue? I'm assuming so. He's got. I think he says he's gotten pretty much all of the Street Fighter statues. There isn't many that he hasn't got. Yeah, he showed me some of the statues that he does have, and it's incredible. They're all boxed and then got like the shipping boxes with them. It's mental. But yeah, so that is my lot. I'm probably gonna, if my phone doesn't arrive by next week, I'll probably be going to do this again next week, probably same time, same place, same time. So Planet Retro says, show it. Show what? All my other stuff. Well, honestly, the other stuff that I've got would probably take another hour, because not only have I got that stuff, I picked up quite a lot of stuff while I was raiding your local stores. Well, we went over to Harlow, and what was the other place? But yeah, we rinsed it. I came back with two backpacks full of stuff. So yeah, the next one's going to be probably another 45-minute epic, because I'm going to show my Kabuki Man's stuff, and then I'm going to be showing all the stuff I got from Big Game Al's local area. So you missed a rare game. What did I miss, Al? What did I miss? But anyway, yeah. Anyway, you can tell me later, because shall we? Where did you go near me? Oh yeah, Dainster. On Monday, I basically passed through Hell's Owen again. I went to, what was it called? Not Vintage Game. It was the one with the Mario graphics on the top. It was, I think it's Retro Kit's cousin's place. I'm not too sure what it was called. But yeah, I only had time to go there really quickly. So I got a couple of things from there. So I'll actually throw that into that video as well. So yeah, anyway. I digress. That'll be all on the next one. If anyone wants to have a bit of a after party, I'm sure Al does. I've still got a couple of bottles of wine, so let's go for it. So I'll see you guys later. Right, as well, obviously, I actually don't have my phone, so I'll probably have to send something over Facebook if I can figure out how to use Facebook, because I don't use Facebook. But yeah, anyway, I'm taking a long time to say bye, aren't I? So see you later. See you later, guys. Bye. How do we do this?